Some journeys begin with a simple decision. Others begin somewhere high above the clouds, somewhere between continents, time zones, and the quiet anticipation of discovering a place you've never been before. My journey to Vietnam started at JFK Airport in New York with a long flight ahead of me and the feeling that something unforgettable was waiting on the other side of the world. Hours later, after crossing oceans and continents, I landed at Doha, that strange, beautiful moment of travel where your body doesn't quite know what time it is anymore. And just landed safely in Doha. Thank you, Qatar Airways. Doha's Hamad International Airport feels less like an airport and more like a futuristic city. Vast, luminous spaces stretch out in every direction, polished floors reflecting soft golden light. Travelers from every corner of the world pass through quietly between long-haul journeys. In the center stands the airport's most famous landmark, the giant yellow teddy bear sculpture, almost surreal against the sleek architecture around it. After hours in the air, it felt like stepping briefly into another world before continuing the journey east. So another flight comes, another stretch across the sky, and somewhere over Southeast Asia, as the sun began to rise over the clouds, I looked out the window and realized I was about to arrive in a country I had dreamed about for years. Soon the plane began its descent towards Hanoi, and below me the landscape slowly revealed itself, winding rivers, lush green fields, and a city already buzzing with life. When the plane doors opened, the heat wrapped around me instantly, warm, humid, and unmistakably tropical. Vietnam had begun. It was early morning, but Hanoi was already alive. For my first days, I stayed in a small apartment just at the edge of the city, peaceful but still close enough to walk to one of the most beautiful temples in Hanoi, the Trấn Quốc Pagoda, rising quietly from the water like something out of another century. Here in Hanoi, I booked a studio apartment through Pagoda, and this is my studio apartment. Welcome to Westlake Residences in Hanoi. I'm at the 11th floor. This is the Pan Pacific Hotel next door. This apartment building also comes with a rooftop bar, which I'm going to go check out later. Not too shabby, huh? I love that there's this little couch area. Hi! And here is the bathroom. It's very clean. Nothing to complain about here. So this is where I'll be for the next 5 days. Yes, I
finally made it to Hanoi, Vietnam. I am here. It is hot and humid. It's 97 degrees right now. I'm exhausted. I just had lunch with my friend Hong. We had banh mi. That was delicious, by the way, best banh mi ever. And I'm gonna hit the hay for a few hours. I didn't get much sleep. Flew from JFK to Doha, which is about 12 and a half hours. And then from Doha to Hanoi is about 7 hours. I might have gotten, 2 hours of sleep the whole time. And I'm very happy about my choice of staying at this studio apartment instead of a hotel, because the people here are super friendly and really, really helpful. I just spent an hour just conversing with one of the employees who invited me into her studio as well. She lives here, and I had lunch with her. In for lunch. That was so nice. And she basically gave me the lowdown that this weekend is National Day weekend. So it's a 4-day weekend here in Vietnam, which means that all the prices have gone up. And if I wanted to do day trips or 2 or 3 day excursions, this is not the right time to do it. So it's a good thing that I'm starting here with no plans to go anywhere except to explore just Hanoi and surrounding areas, and which I would do. But today I'm just really gonna crash, just so I make more sense when I talk later. Also, it's extremely hot. It's about 95. Well, the last time I checked was 97. That was at noon, and it's my watch needs to be charged. Everything needs to be charged. I'm really, really, really psyched to be here, you guys. I have more of a wellness and nature-focused itinerary to share with you. So stick with me, and I'll see you after my nap. Ta-ta! Oh, I don't know why, but I love this. This is so live. I just love this. Okay. I can already tell that it's going to be very hard for me to leave this place. If there's one thing you need to remember to pack when you go and explore Vietnam is a towel. I am drenched in my own sweat. I mean, don't get me wrong, it feels good to sweat like this. I haven't sweated like this without having to work out. It's tiring, so make sure you pack a towel, you pack lots of water, if not buy some, and stay dehydrated. Stay hydrated, not dehydrated. But look at where I am. I'm loving this city. Even though it's a city, but it's so unique and effervescent in every way that you can't help but fall in love with it. With its chaos and its amazingness all at once. I'll be happy to go into nature too, though.
Standing quietly on a small island in West Lake, the pagoda feels almost timeless. Its striking red tower rises gracefully above the water, surrounded by ancient trees and peaceful courtyards. This temple is believed to be the oldest Buddhist pagoda in Hanoi, dating back more than 15 centuries. It was originally built along the banks of the Red River before eventually being moved to the island centuries later. Standing there, it suddenly hit me that this place has witnessed over 1,500 years of Vietnamese history. One of the most beautiful features of the pagoda is its 11-story red tower. Each level contains a statue of Amitabha Buddha, symbolizing the lotus flower rising toward enlightenment, one of the most powerful symbols in Buddhism. And in the courtyard stands something very special, a sacred Bodhi tree grown from a cutting of the tree under which Gautama Buddha is believed to have reached enlightenment in Bodhi Gaya. Incense drifted softly through the air as visitors lit offerings and prayed quietly. Despite the busy city surrounding this lake, the energy there felt incredibly peaceful. I ended up spending a couple of hours simply wandering the grounds, observing the rituals, and soaking in the calm. This weekend is actually a big holiday for Vietnamese people. It's a national day, a long 4-day weekend, and there are thousands and thousands of tourists. One of the staff told me today that 45,000 tourists from India arrived this morning as some sort of delegation. I'm not sure exactly, but that pushed all the tourist prices up, like hotels, excursions, everything has doubled or tripled. So they suggested that I just stay put and did my excursion after the weekend. Here, I probably won't go back to sleep, and first thing in the morning for sunrise, I'm going to start going out and exploring, have some brekkie somewhere, and I'm going to look for a spa because after those 2 days of traveling to get here, my back is a little off, and I just want a massage. And everybody knows that Vietnam is probably one of the best places in the world to get that done. I found a place called True Beauty Spa, a beautiful little wellness sanctuary tucked away from the rhythm of Hanoi's busy streets. The moment I stepped inside, the atmosphere shifted, soft lighting, calming aromas, and a sense of tranquility that immediately invited you to slow down. I treated myself to a full-body massage, a rejuvenating facial, and a nourishing hair treatment, the kind of care your body deeply appreciates after traveling halfway across the world. The therapists were incredibly attentive, and every detail felt thoughtful and restorative. It wasn't just a spa treatment, it felt like a ritual of renewal.
She's so amazing. So strong too. Wow. I just got a shampoo, but it's like a whole experience. She massages you, she shampoos you, she massages you again, she conditions you. I mean, it's crazy. This whole thing was like an hour.
Thank you, madam.
So come to Tree Beauty Spa while you're in Hanoi and get pampered. You get your mind blown.
Love will tell me that it was you meant to be. All of this, destiny. Just because it worked easily. It doesn't mean I shouldn't try.
Xin chào tất cả các bạn. Chào mừng bạn đến với Hà Nội, đến với thủ đô của nước Việt Nam. Mình là Duyên, Jessica, mình là quản lý tại Tree Beauty Spa. Hôm nay thì spa của mình rất là hân hạnh được đón tiếp Miss Snowy đến từ nước Mỹ yêu thương. Cảm ơn cô đã lựa chọn spa giữa hàng ngàn spa ngoài kia. Đối với khách du lịch thì mình rất là trân trọng cũng như là chào mừng tất cả các quý vị đến với lại Tree Beauty Spa để trải nghiệm các gói dịch vụ về massage, thư giãn body cũng như là chăm sóc da mặt. Và mình chắc chắn rằng sau khi rời khỏi Tree Beauty Spa thì các bạn sẽ luôn luôn rạng ngời và thư thái nhất. Mình cảm ơn và hẹn gặp lại các bạn vào ngày gần nhất. Xin chào.
By the time I stepped back outside into the warm Hanoi air, I felt completely reset, relaxed, refreshed, and ready to explore the city with new energy. Vietnam isn't just about the sights. It's also a wonderful place to slow down, reconnect with yourself, and enjoy a little wellness along the journey. But my favorite moment in Hanoi came early the next morning. I went for a walk around the lake. As the sun slowly rose over the water, the entire city seemed to come alive. People dancing together, others practicing Tai Chi and Qigong, groups stretching, jogging, walking, and even meditating quietly by the water. It wasn't just exercise, it was community. It was life unfolding in the most joyful human way. In that moment, I realized something. Hanoi isn't just a city or destination. It is a rhythm. A beautiful, chaotic, vibrant rhythm that pulls you into its flow. And before I even realized it, Hanoi had already stolen my heart. Walking through Hanoi is an adventure in itself. The streets are alive, scooters flowing endlessly, food vendors cooking on tiny sidewalks, people chatting, laughing, living life right out in the open. I find it fascinating that they've managed to maintain this monument and build the modern world all around it. I just love it here so much. This morning scene for me just makes it all worth it. All the heat, all the diarrhea that I had from eating the wrong foods. I hope you guys can make it here one day. It's so worth it. And seeing all these people just doing their morning workout, they're really dedicated to their health and well-being, and that's what this trip for me is about. Curating a wellness and nature-focused retreat for aspiring solo travelers or solo travelers. Meditating. There are a lot of girls taking their photos in traditional dresses, and they're such beautiful people. And the women are beautiful, just gorgeous. I gotta figure out a way to come back here sooner and stay longer. Let's figure that out. And this was only the beginning of my time in Hanoi. In the next part of this journey, I'll be exploring even more of the city, its vibrant streets, hidden corners, and the beautiful energy that makes Hanoi so unforgettable. But one of the highlights I'm most excited to share with you is something truly spectacular, the Quintessence of Tonkin. It's an extraordinary outdoor cultural show performed on water, combining traditional Vietnamese music, dance, storytelling, and stunning visual effects. It's considered one of the most impressive cultural performances in Vietnam, and experiencing it felt truly magical. Before that, I also decided to spend the last night in Hanoi in a different part of the city, close to my favorite lake, Hoàn Kiếm Lake. I wanted to experience another morning around the lake, one more chance to soak in that beautiful rhythm of Hanoi waking up. And this time, I even joined a meditation session by the water, surrounded by locals beginning their day with movement, mindfulness, and community. In the next vlog, I will give you a quick tour of the hotel and the room where I stayed, the Hanoi Media Hotel and Spa, so you can see what it's like to stay right in the heart of Hanoi. So if you're curious to see more of this incredible city and continue your adventure with me, make sure to join me in the next episode, because the adventure in Vietnam is only beginning. See you in the next one.